Hey guys, FPK Napa, welcome to another League of Legends guide. This one we're going to be taking a look at Xin Zhao, or Xin Zhao, however you pronounce his name with the X's and Z's and whatever. He's our melee DPS character that we're going to be taking a look at. Very strong level 1, very strong all the way through the game. If you get a fed Xin in your team, you're probably going to win. He becomes an absolute wrecking ball. So let's take a look at his abilities. Okay, Xin's passive is Tireless Warrior. Xin is healed for 30 points for every 3 attacks that he lands. This increases every 2 levels, so it stays relevant during the game. This is very helpful for Xin because every time you attack, every 3rd attack you do heals you, keeping you in lane for a very long time. You don't need as many lifesteal items, and you don't really need a lot of potions and stuff like that to keep you alive. Xin's Q is a 3-talon strike, so Xin prepares to unleash a fearsome combo. This means your 3rd attack is going to do extra damage, and the 3rd attack knocks the opponent in the air. So this is kind of Xin's crowd control, but it's got to be it's got to be like the 3rd attack is the only one that knocks them in the air. Great for stopping people running away. Great for pretty much, well, it's great for everything. It's like a damage attack that also has a stun built in. You're going to be using this to open most fights, and as soon as it comes off a cooldown as well. Xin's W is Battle Cry. Its passive increases your attack speed by a percentage amount. When you activate this ability, it doubles the percentage amount attack speed for 5 seconds, and also causes all your other standard attacks to reduce the abilities, your other abilities by 1 second. So this is brilliant. You get in a fight, you pop this, you'll be attacking super fast, and all the rest of your cooldowns are going to be coming off of their, like all the rest of your abilities are going to be coming off their cooldown really fast because of the speed you're attacking as well. Xin's E is Audacious Charge. Xin charges at an enemy unit, so this is Xin's ranged gap closer. Does damage to the target and damage to all the targets around the target, and slows everyone for 1.7 seconds. This is Xin's range closer. If someone's trying to run away, you use this. You just go straight over to them, and then you pop your Q to hopefully get them stunned up in the air. And yeah, they're pretty much like that's your fight begun. Xin's ulti is Crescent Sweep, so Xin unleashes a fierce spear sweep on his targets around him. So this is an AoE, it damages everyone around, dealing damage plus 20% of their current health. So the more health the enemies have when you hit them with this, the more damage it does, so it's good to use it early in a fight. It also increases your magic resistance and armor for a certain amount for the next 6 seconds, which is nice. So you start your fight, you pop this early, and you've got increased magic resistance and armor for the next 6 seconds during that fight. Let's take a look at some of the items I build on Xin. I open up with a Doran's Blade for my starting item. Quickly go back for Boots of Speed. Xin really needs a move speed to catch up with everyone. Vampiric Scepter, just to keep you in lane for a very long time. That Vampiric Scepter coupled with his passive means you attacking minions is going to heal you up for quite a lot. Then we take a Zeal for attack speed. Go for the the BF Sword, sorry. BF Sword for just more attack damage. Upgrade your boots to Berserker's Greaves for more attack speed. An Executioner's Calling for life steal. Upgrade that Zeal for the Phantom Dancer for more attack speed and a fair amount of crit. The Black Cleaver for you upgrade your BF Sword into a Black Cleaver for the armor reduction and a lot more damage. And then after that you want some survivability gear, so a Banshee's Veil is always a nice survivability item. It stops you from being crowd controlled by 1 spell, which is brilliant. And then into a Frozen Heart just for more mana and health. Bearing in mind this is just a guide, the items change depending on your situation. If you get farmed, you're going to be wanting to buy more expensive, better items. If you're not getting farmed, maybe you need more defense, maybe you need more armor, maybe you need more magic resist. It all depends on the game that you're playing at the time. This is just a general guide. So early game Xin, you're pretty strong early game. You're pretty tanky early game. You can harass quite a lot. You want to be wary of ranged characters, like we've got a Vayne on the enemy team. It's really, really annoying to have to close the distance on ranged characters, because as soon as you use your E to close the distance, you're committed to that fight. If you're going to die that fight, you're going to die. You're probably not going to be able to get away. Xin hasn't got a lot of escape mechanism apart from your summoner abilities. So if you take Flash, if you take Ghost, if you take Cleanse or anything like that, that's pretty much the only escape mechanism you're going to have. So as soon as you jump into that fight, you're committed. So you want to be jumping into fights that you know you're going to win. As you see in this fight, my Gangplank, who's below me, he gets jumped from the bush by Java and he jumps straight in. I'm definitely committed to this fight. Gangplank puts his ulti down. I stun Vayne to try and reduce the damage done to Gangplank. Well, not stun, I knock Vayne up to reduce the damage done to Gangplank. Sadly, it doesn't save Gangplank, but it does give Gangplank's ulti enough time to do a lot of damage to everyone and lets me pick up a double. It's literally, I popped 3 Talon Strike early because the buff stays up. Then my E to rush in, and I think the E counts as your first strike for 3 Talon Strike. So you only need to do 2 more melee attacks after for the knock-up ability. And then I pop my W for extra attack speed to clear up everyone just involved. And literally, they was both dead by the time my W was off cooldown, so I couldn't use it again. They both died quite quick. Here you see me put in a ward down in the bush to stop me, or to guard against being ganked from mid or anyone coming up the river. That's the bush that usually ganks are going to be coming from. Jarvan chumps me, we get in, I knock Jarvan up. Gangplank's ulti blocks his escape, and me and a Gangplank just finish him off. It was I popped 3 Talon Strike, I closed the distance on him with my E, and pop W after that to get the extra attack speed, and that pretty much finished him off, me and Gangplank. You can see in this clip another example of a little mini team fight, I suppose. I jump in, grab Jarvan, try and scare him off the turret. Lee Sin stays on him, getting picked off by Caitlyn, sadly. I knock Caitlyn up so she can't do any more damage to us. I get a kill on Caitlyn and pick up the kill on Jarvan because my W's still active and I'm attacking really fast. I did also use my ulti that fight. I used it on Jarvan. It does a lot of damage to Jarvan because he's got so much health. It does a really significant amount of damage to him because it's based on how much health he's got. You need to use your ulti early in the fight so it does more damage to everyone. You are also very good at killing jungle minions, so help your teammates out. If someone needs blue buff, I mean you do kind of need blue buff, but not as much as say an AP carry. So help them out. If you see someone wanting blue buff, or you going to get red buff for yourself, maybe get it for someone else, you can kill jungle minions really quickly and it does literally no damage to you. You come away with exactly the same, or if not more health than you did when you first started killing it. As well, we come to wards. I've pretty much said something about wards on every one of my guides. I can't stress enough how important they are. Even though you're not the tank, you're not the support, you're not a jungler, you still need to be putting wards down. Like, everyone on your team should be putting wards down. You should be putting one at Dragon where I put one, and one at Baron in this bush. It just gives so much more like map awareness over the other team. Like, you can see if anyone's coming down the river from top, anyone's coming up the river from bottom. If they're going for Baron, you can see. If they're going for Dragon, you can see. It's a brilliant place to put your wards, and I really can't stress enough how important wards are. And we're going to take a look at a final little team fight. As you can see, Xin's not the hardest character to play. I jump in, jumping on the first character, try and get in the middle, pop my ult early so it does as much damage as I can because everyone's got a lot of life. Run up and pick the kill up on Riven. My W is still up, so I'm still attacking really fast. As you can see, I take down Caitlyn just instantly. I'm not even that farmed at them. I'm not even that fed at the moment. I've not got loads and loads of kills, but even with not being that fed, Xin is still an absolute force to be reckoned with. Everyone's running away from me. Like, the whole other team just avoided me this game. as soon as they'd see me, like there's a trap in the bush, so you see me, they run away. And they end up surrendering. That's GG. Hopefully you'll see a lot more of those victory screens. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. This has been my guide on Xin Zhao. I've been FBK Napa. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.